Derek and Romaine.
Leave them the fuck alone, because they will fuck with your shit.
They are real bitchy.
He's Derek.
Screeching, gay, throwing fits, hating everything.
She's Romaine.
If you could blow your own penis, would you?
Yes, girl. Get limber, boys, because you're going to blow yourselves.
This is Derek and Romaine.
2.0, bitches.
Blow yourself? I had no idea that was a talent of yours, Derek.
Romaine, I am ready to blow everybody away today.
Okay, all right, I'll bite. Why? What's happening?
Happy 23rd anniversary to Derek and Romaine.
You know, I never know what day it is. And I'd completely forgotten about this. And my wife says to me today, happy anniversary. And I'm like, today's not our anniversary. And she goes, your anniversary with Derek, stupid. And I went, oh, is that today? And then we tried figuring out how many years it had been. And I said I thought it had been 23 years. So look at me at least knowing that.
Mostly.
But yes, happy anniversary, Derek. I can't believe we've been together so long. It's been a while. It's been a minute.
All right. Well, happy anniversary. Thank you so much for keeping us going after all this time. Honestly.
Shit, yeah.
You know, nobody's more surprised than Derek and Romaine and literally everyone who's ever worked with us. Okay.
Yeah.
844-TALK-DNR. That is our number. It is, in fact, Tuesday, April 14th of 2026. And we have 8 hookers on the hooker hotline. And so either it was something terrible that we said on yesterday's show.
Oh, God.
Possibility.
Very strong possibility, yes.
Or people are calling to wish us a happy anniversary, which...
Lovely, thank you.
But that would be nice. Or people are really mad about today's DNR 5x5 word.
Uh-oh. Was it a problem, or was it just a hard word? Or...
I think it might have been a real stumper for some people.
It happens.
It does happen. And sorry, today's word is a real word. And apparently, I think it stumped some people. We might get a call from Sir Laughs-A-Lot because he solved it.
Oh.
But it took him probably an uncomfortable amount of his workday in order to do so. Okay.
Dang. Okay.
So I'm just saying, you're not alone. Today's word was a toughie. Okay. Well, nothing says the anniversary of Derek and Romaine like, why you got to make everything so difficult?
True dat, yo.
Yeah. So we'll find out what horrors await us on the hooker hotline in the next hour, but we will take your live phone calls in this hour at 844-TALK-DNR. And Romaine, I've got some buzzy news. Do you hear this paper crackling?
I do hear the paper. Yes, I'm ready for
buzzy news around here.
Buzzy news
at my old new place. Okay.
Where you're living your best life.
For people who may be more recent subscribers or resubscribers to Derek and Romaine, I will just reiterate that I sold my house last year, and I bought a new place in November of last year, and fantastic. I love it here in this complex. It's great. You know, I downsized into a Le Petite 2-bedroom, 1-bath place, just barely big enough for myself. I've gained some weight. And anyway, I love it here. I've been having a fabulous time. And the building is very responsive to problems around here. As I mentioned, my heat wouldn't turn off. So they came and everybody took care of it. Nobody would accept a tip. It was really wonderful. I had $0 out of pocket. I'm like, oh, this is a dream. Anyway, now the weather is good.
Yeah.
I got new patio furniture on my patio. I was actually outside today, not for long, but I was outside today for a few minutes out on my little patio, enjoying the sunshine. And this is the part that you'll recognize as the most Derek, is that because I am on the top floor of my building in the complex, I'm also up at the peak of a hill. So I'm very high up over everyone else. And so I do feel like a king, possibly queen, who is
up in her tower. Yes.
Looking down from the tower at the peons and subjects and serfs below.
Wow. Okay.
I'm
following this story so far. Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm sure this is a surprise to exactly 0 people. Okay. Anyway, so today, it's before the show. Romaine and I have our meeting. And as I mentioned before, like there's not a lot of like noise that comes from the other units in my building, but the windows, the only noise I hear is anything that's going on outside.
Okay.
Because the windows are just not thick enough to prevent any outside noise.
Okay.
But like I haven't heard a conversation or a TV or music or anything from any of the other units in this building the whole time I've been here. Like that's how quiet it is. But I do hear anything going on outside, which is really great when I'm, trying to sleep in and the garbage truck shows up to empty a dumpster.
That's not great. Oof.
Good morning. Okay, so anyway, we're doing our meeting and I hear people talking like outside. Not like I have schizophrenia, but like I hear people talking.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, what is going on? And I noticed that, because they have a little like cart that they, like electric cart that they ride around here, the maintenance people. And it was parked outside my building for like the longest time. And I was hearing conversations outside. I'm like, oh, what is happening? Something must be happening. But I could hear them, but I couldn't see them, like schizophrenia. Anyway, right before the show, this note slips in my door.
Oh.
From the building management company. Dated today. So whatever it was, I think it's directly related to my building.
Oh, boy.
Hey, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Just in time for our anniversary. The subject line, girl, is noxious odors.
Oh, no.
I know. So then I thought, oh, my God, they can tell
Stop
I've been
farting.
farting up a storm into here.
I love that you and I think exactly the same way. Okay.
Well, I mean, I think the listeners were thinking it too. Like, Derek, we know how gassy you are after the show. Calm down. Isn't that enough? Haven't people what's that smell?
Sorry, just had to.
I understand. Didn't Mike and Brian move 40 minutes away just to get away from your farts?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, they did.
It's unconfirmed.
Okay.
But definitely in the realm of possibility.
Yes.
Anyway, they're living their best life now, fart-free. So here's the first paragraph. Okay. We are writing to address an increase in complaints received from residents regarding odors. In particular, those associated with marijuana and cigarette smoke.
Oh.
These concerns are taken seriously as secondhand smoke can negatively impact the health and comfort of others in the building.
Okay.
The co-op board has consulted with their legal counsel to ensure that any measures implemented respect the rights of our shareholders while addressing these concerns appropriately. As a result, the following protocol has been established.
Right.
Basically, you can make a complaint. And then they will make an on-site visit if it's really bad.
Oh, boy.
And then they will encourage people to, have air filters, like high-quality air filters inside their place. But they will also basically fill any gaps and holes that, might be causing the air to seep from unit to unit.
Mm.
Now, I have to say, I don't know who this pot smoker is. But I definitely need more information. But also, well, I don't know. It's pot, it's marijuana, it's cigarettes. Maybe somebody has a cigar.
Right.
I will say that of all the smoke smells that are not, like a barbecue.
Yeah.
I think cigar smoke is the most noxious of the three.
I don't like it. It's gross.
It's very intense. And
Yeah.
I say this as somebody who, unfortunately, their ancestors came to America and made cigars. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a thing immigrants did. They didn't have a lot of skills, but everybody could roll a cigar. And so those are the worst. And then I think that it really depends on your own sensitivities, I guess, from there. Whether it's cigarette smoke or marijuana. I think at this point, because I've been so out of a cigarette smoke environment for so long, that now I'm hypersensitive to cigarette smoke.
Right.
But I have continued to encounter pot. And so I don't think it bothers me as much. But I can understand other people who have not encountered a lot of pot, it bothering them more.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm dying to know. But with it being spring and the weather being warmer and everything, people are going to be more outside on their decks. So whoever it is, if it's happening in my building, they're just going to move that smoke outside.
Of course they are.
And I'm going to know all about it.
Because now you're like Johnny on the spot with this. You're going to be watching. Oh, my God. You're so funny.
I am Mr. Sniffer, the Bloodhound now.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm going to find out who it is.
I love you so much. I love how nosy you are. I love everything
nosy.
about you. You really crack me up.
I'm going to solve this building sniffer mystery.
Speaking of neighbors, though, Derek, did I tell you that I met the neighbors in the back? The really nice couple that I'm kind of obsessed with?
The black couple?
Yeah.
Yes.
I met them the other night.
Okay, finally.
So they were out there because the husband's been watering the new trees that they planted. And so him and his wife were out there, and I walked out onto my back patio area because it's kind of high up, so I can kind of look down and see right into where they're at. They're like 25 feet away. Anyway, so I went out and I was like, oh my God, I've been waiting to see both of you guys out here at the same time. I wanted to introduce myself. I see you guys all the time. And so I started talking to them. I believe his name is Martin, and I think she said her name was Rebecca, but it was kind of hard to hear. But I'm going to walk over there and actually talk to them one of these evenings. But super lovely couple. Oh my God. I love them. I love them so much. They are going to be the neighbors I get to know. I've already decided that much. In fact, I like them so much. I might install a gate on the back wall of my fence so that I can walk across and just go and say hello to them from time to time. Because I can already tell I'm going to really like this older couple. And so then I was talking to the husband about his car. I was like, I couldn't help but notice that gorgeous car you got all locked up in your garage. And I told him that, I drive my Camaro because he has a Corvette. And
now, you say older couple, and I know sometimes it can be difficult to determine the
older
age
than
of
me,
black people.
Yes, and I would say they are probably in their early 70s.
Oh, God, they must be 100.
No, they're not. I don't think so.
I don't know.
And I say that because their son, I would put their son at probably between 25 and 30, maybe.
Oh, my God, he's collecting Social Security, everybody.
But the son does a lot of the yard work and stuff. Anyway, I love this couple. They may not be as old as I think they are. They might be in their 60s.
So wait, you think the son is 25 and they're 70?
I mean, I definitely think the husband's probably close to 70. He is retired. There's no question in my mind that the husband is retired. The wife is probably a little bit younger. She's probably in her 60s. I don't think she's retired yet, but I could be wrong. She might have.
Okay, so she's 65 and they have a 25-year-old son. So she had a baby at 40 is what you're saying.
I don't know when she had her baby. I'm just
sorry,
saying.
This math is not adding up for me.
Listen, I'm just saying that's how old I think the son is, but he could be older. I don't know.
I think you're the first white person ever to...
I'm not good with numbers.
To misguess the age of black people up instead of down.
Well, maybe.
Congratulations.
I definitely know the husband is retired because he's always just hanging out of the house.
You're really breaking new ground here in the civil
rights
movement.
The wife, probably not retired. But close would be my guess.
Oh my God, he's going to end up being 40 and actively
They're
working.
definitely not 40. They're definitely older than me.
God,
definitely older than me.
One of them will have gone to high school with you.
Anyway, The point is, I really like them. I'm going to get to know them because they're the neighbors I most want to get to know. Although I do really want to get to know the neighbors with the German Shepherds next door. But I also don't want to come on too strong because I think I'm going to get along with them too. And I told you that they have a puppy that I'm dying to go over and play with. But I don't want to come across as like the crazy new neighbor next door who just wants to come and play with our puppy, even though I totally do. And by the way, I spy on them in their backyard all the time because they're always in their backyard. Like they just planted this new garden back there, and then the puppy's always back there playing. So I'm always like just sitting there going, I want to be their friends. I haven't met them yet. I got to bake them something and then walk over and say hello.
Now, these other neighbors, you had wanted to plant a tree basically on their property.
Yes.
So did you have an opportunity to broach any kind of
So I started laying the groundwork by saying, I really love that new tree you planted, the really, really beautiful one. I was like, oh, that tree is so beautiful. I really, really love it. And I was like, when it went in, I just thought, oh, that's such a great choice.
I can't wait to see less of you.
No. And and they're like, oh, thanks. We're trying to slowly get the yard where we want it. And I'm like, great. So there might be room for more trees. We'll see. I'm going to play it slow. I'm not going to be pushy or crazy because that's hard for me. You know, it's me. But they take such pride. Like, this is the thing I like about them. They take such pride in their property. Like, it is so obvious that they spend a lot of time working in their yard and keeping everything looking really beautiful. And I appreciate that about them because I have to look at it. So anyway, but the point is, I'm going to get to know them. And I'm going to get to know the neighbors, not in the disco house, because I've already determined the disco house people, while lovely, might be a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But I'm going to get to know the neighbors on the other side. And then there's a new set of neighbors just on the other side of the disco house that I haven't gotten down to introduce myself to yet. But I will. It's all on my things to do here in the neighborhood list. Yeah. I'm trying to introduce myself a little at a time, you know? I'm trying. But we'll get there eventually. I did put together Iris's lawnmower for her. I started charging the battery today. I got up early this morning. It was so easy to put together. Oh, it was a breeze. It took me 5 minutes. I was like, oh, I already love this lawnmower so much. Charging up the battery so she can go out there and mow the lawn. Amazing. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm excited for Iris and her new lawnmower. I'm more excited for her to get out in the yard and mow the lawn, but I probably won't get to see it. She probably won't do it until after I leave on our cruise. Call it a hunch.
Why does she only want to do like secret yard work that you can't actually see happening?
She doesn't want to make me happy.
That's a problem.
She doesn't strive to make me happy. Even though I do lots of things to try to make her happy. You know, I've been hanging pictures in her office for her.
We've talked about this.
I put up yesterday, I hung up her Captain America shield.
Right.
And then I hung up her, she has a Captain America replica helmet that I got her years ago. And I put up the little stand for her helmet. So now it's right underneath the shield. It looks really cool. So slowly I'm trying to get her, I hung up her TV in her office the other day over the weekend. So I try to do things every day, like one or two little things every day to try to make Iris happy. I'm trying really hard to be a good wife.
You have a love language mismatch here.
How so?
And the thing is that you're trying to do for Iris what you want her to do for you.
I just want her to mow the lawn and do the dishes.
I know at this point you're keeping the bar low.
I am.
You're really hoping she could pass it. I'm just saying that you're doing the thing that gay guys do, where they're a bottom and then they physically become the top they're trying to attract.
Right.
Like, this is what you're doing in your relationship with Iris.
You might be right.
You are being the love bomber to her that you want her to be to you. Yeah,
that's probably true. But, you know, I'm not going to talk bad about Iris because she has been doing stuff. Like every day, because I told her, I'm like, it would really be great if you could start, you know, unpacking some of these bins that are still in the house.
And start with my vagina.
And she has been slowly unpacking things.
Oh, it's a has-been, all right.
And putting them away, much to Romie's chagrin, because a lot of it's Romie's crap, and Romie's like, I don't know anywhere to put this stuff. And I'm like, sorry, not my problem. But, yeah, Iris she's been doing stuff. I'm very proud of her because she's been trying. And not my patience like she usually does. So I'm grateful for what she has been doing. Look, see, I can say nice things. And it didn't even hurt me. It didn't hurt too much.
Well, I'm glad for you. I'm glad you finally met your neighbors.
And I like them. I really like this couple. I know we're going to get along really well. Because the guy did say, he's like, oh, you're the red Camaro. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, ooh, girl, I see your car every day I drive by. And I was like, oh. He's like, I like that car. And I was like, oh, thank you. I'm like, she's my pride and joy. I love her so much.
Now, speaking of neighbors, and because you had mentioned that you wanted to like bake something for everybody.
Yes, I'm going to bake something. I don't know what yet, though, but something.
Today is our 23rd anniversary of Derek and Romaine. But in 10 days, it is the 1-year anniversary of the closing on my old place.
Oh.
And so I'm going to get something for the new owners for the
Oh,
anniversary.
that's nice. That's really lovely. What are you going to get them?
Well, I was going to just because we're going to be gone. We're going to be
Mm-hmm.
on a cruise. So I was just going to, I think I was like, oh, well, I'll just have flowers delivered to the house.
Can I make a suggestion?
Well,
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yeah. But by the way, before you do, just they did send me the invite for their Cinco de Mayo party. It's happening.
Yay.
So I did want to get them something that would not necessarily still be alive and around by the time like the party was happening.
Right.
This is why I was thinking like, I could send some flowers. Anyway, what are you thinking?
I was going to say, because I hate flowers because they die.
Yes.
So what I was going to suggest is why not just a lovely plant for their house, something small and lovely. And it could be a flowering plant. Like my wife got me a new African violet for my birthday, as did my friend Jamie, because I love African violets. They remind me of my mother. And Iris killed my last African violet, which, by the way, was named Betty. So basically, Iris killed my mother. So she went and got me a new mother plant. And so now I have a new Betty. And then Jamie got me one. So I named that one Benina. So now I have a Betty and a Benina. I have the Spanish and the English version of my mom in African violets. So maybe a nice flowering plant.
Now, I do like this idea.
Mm-hmm.
However, I have to put an asterisk on it.
Yeah.
Because they bought my house and, they asked me to, but I left a whole bunch of stuff behind.
Yeah.
And they have been remodeling and throwing my stuff out and whatever. It's not my stuff anymore, but things that had previously been mine.
Right.
And so I really am trying, and they have new design ideas and everything, and I'm being very encouraging with all of their new designs and everything. So I really don't want to give them anything that says, here's a way you should be living. You know what I mean?
No, I get that, but
Like,
everybody likes a plant.
I understand, but so much of me has already been impressed upon their house and life.
Sure.
I kind of don't want to give them anything too permanent. Because I don't want...
Well, if they don't like it, they'll kill it, and then they'll be like, oh, it died.
But even still, they have a party coming up on May 9th. So if I give them something that they can't immediately throw away, then it'll be like, where's the thing I got you? Like, again, this is where a gift can be an act of aggression.
For you. For
No,
most,
it is.
most people
Gifts
don't
are an
see it
act
that
of aggression.
Most people
Girl.
don't see it that way, sir.
I understand how people see it. People see it wrong. A gift is
Okay.
an act of aggression.
I think that is the craziest
Okay.
thing, by the way.
Ring, ring. Oh, the Trojans are at the door. Romaine, they have a thoughtful gift for you. It's a horse. You're going to love it.
Okay. All right. I can see you're
Anyway.
just going to stay in the crazy place. Okay. I got you.
A little bit. So I just thought, you know what? Flowers will be nice. Mm-hmm. They like flowers. The flowers will go away. You remember when we were in Florida, I brought back the Mickey sunglasses for their son. And then I gave them like the Rice Krispie treats that are Mickey Mouse head shape for them, right?
Right.
Because again, I figure, because Romaine said, those glasses are going to break in 5 seconds. I was like, perfect. Because then they can throw them away. Like, I'm not giving them anything that will continue to permanently clutter up their house when they're already dealing with all of the clutter that I left behind before.
Right.
But when we had they messaged me on the anniversary of them making the offer on the house.
Okay.
So I feel like they will not be surprised that I'm sending the flowers on the anniversary of the closing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they already are in this mindset of like, oh, it's been a year since the first time we saw the house, since we made our offer. Like, they're already in this 1 year space. So I think this will be nice. And they invited me to their party, which is very nice. And anyway, so I was like, well, I'll send them some flowers.
Okay.
So as people have discovered over the years, like our DNR promo code was still working at 1-800-Flowers, even though they have been an advertiser with us for a very long time.
I love that it still works.
I know. Anyway, I don't know if it's still active, but I thought, well, at the very least, I'll look at 1-800-Flowers first, because if our
Sure.
discount code still works,
Gonna
I'll
use
use our
it.
discount code.
Did it work?
Well, I didn't do it.
I
Because
bet
I'll
it does. If I had to bet money, I'd
I'm
bet
sure
money
it
it
does.
does. I don't think they ever turn those fuckers off.
No, I don't think so either. Anyway, for those of you who are thinking, Mother's Day is around the corner.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did not love like any of the flower arrangements. And so I was like, well, because I really only looked at sort of generic special occasion.
Yeah.
And I was like, some of these are okay. And the problem is, I'm just like, well, I didn't see any flowers that were my taste.
Okay.
And I don't know her taste well enough.
Right.
That I didn't. So I feel like
this
I
is
almost
why
have
a
to
plant is easy, Derek.
Guess. No, again, I don't want to give them something too permanent. Also, they have 3 cats. You know, a cat can tear a plant apart.
Well, now that is true.
So anyway, I like the idea of flowers because it's not permanent. And who doesn't love it when the doorbell rings, there's flowers at the door? Like, everybody loves that moment.
Yeah.
That's a fun moment.
Sure.
And so anyway, I think I'm just going to pick something. There was, I think, so then I was like, well, I should really just pick a dominant color. And that you just sort of based on what they've been doing in their color scheme and everything, I was like, I should try to get closer to that. And I think the best color is going to be like probably like a lavender. I'll probably go with things nicely.
Okay.
So anyway, but then I was like, oh, how gay are you that you're getting fucking lavender flowers? But, you know, it might smell nice, and the purple will be a nice, like, pop of color, I guess.
Right.
And it should still kind of go with things, because purple is just red and blue. So, you know, it should go pretty well in a neutral space or a space with yellow or whatever. It's going to look fine. So anyway, I think I'm going to get something like lavender-esque.
Okay.
Some kind of spring arrangement. But I did think, well, maybe I should do one of these combos where I get them like flowers and chocolates or something.
Sure.
So anyway, that's what I'm thinking, because you can't eat flowers. And they do love, like, because they made Christmas cookies and whatever else. They were very excited about the Rice Krispie trees and everything. So, but their son can't have eggs. So like a milk chocolate is fine, or like chocolate-covered strawberries would be fine. But given how the cruise line chocolate-covered strawberries have turned into, like, let me get my monocle out so I can see them.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous about what's going to pass for a strawberry these days.
Right.
So anyway, that's right.
The egg thing does present some challenges. Because I was saying,
does.
like
I
a
can't get them
chocolate-covered
like
pretzels or something like that would be awesome. But then pretzels probably have egg in them. I don't know if they do or not, but they're probably made with an egg.
Yeah. Anyway, but also I'm just like, they have a 4-year-old, and so like the last thing I want to be is like, hey, I got more sugar for your kid, so he runs around screaming all day.
Well, that's
you know what I mean?
true.
It's monstrous.
I could tell that is monstrous. Yes.
And so that's why when I like gave them the like sunglasses and everything, I was like, you know, I'll leave it up to you whether or not you want to dole out these Rice Krispie treats.
Right.
Because he wasn't there, so I'm like, this is perfect.
Right.
Because
sense.
then if you want to just hide them from him, he's short, so you can. It doesn't even have to be that tall of a shelf. And, you know, you can snack on them when he's not around. So anyway, so that's where that's at.
Right.
Okay.
All
right. But I will keep everybody posted on what I decide on this thing. But I just think like a nice little floral arrangement for the 1-year anniversary of the closing in the house would be just nice.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I like that you're doing something nice for them. I think that's lovely. I love that you have such a positive relationship with the new owners of your house. I wish I could say the same.
All right. Well,
I'm
in
sad
the chat
that I
room, Robin thinks I'm way overthinking this.
Agreed. But that's you.
Yes. Me overthink something? What would the content of our show be if I wasn't overthinking all the time?
Yeah, it's like, that is, what?
And then Robert says you can make your own chocolate-covered strawberries. It's crazy easy.
I mean, that is true. It is very, very easy.
Yes, I'm sure it is. Meanwhile, I will be on a fucking cruise ship. So
that is also true.
Yeah. Also, I'd rather just get them something store-bought anyway. I'm not
I
around,
understand.
and I will just send off. I really think, look, just send flowers. It's going to be fine. I just don't want to send flowers where she's like, oh, this arrangement is ugly. He has terrible taste.
Well, I mean, sometimes you order flowers and then they don't send exactly what you order, and you're like,
honey.
ugh. I hate when that happens. That pisses me off.
Yeah. I mean, I've really had more of the opposite problem. I've told this story before when I worked at the movie studio and I was dating this hot doctor, Dr. David. an internist. He was so hot. Anyway, I ordered flowers from the florist that did all of our corporate flowers at the movie studio.
Right.
And but the girls in the office did not warn me. They were like, "Oh, just call them up and tell them what your budget is, and they'll like put something fabulous together for you." And I mean, I think it was like $50, 30 years ago.
Right.
And the girls were like, "Oh my God, what were you thinking? $50? They're going to send like $300 worth of flowers." I'm like, "What?" Like, yeah, they work for us, so they're going to send a crazy arrangement. I was like, "Oh no, why didn't you tell me something?" Like, I've barely been dating this guy, and then I just sent him
$300 worth of flowers
to the hospital where he works.
Oh God.
An insane floral arrangement.
I think sending flowers to where someone works is a dangerous proposition, by the way.
But I didn't have his home address.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Because we had only ever slept together at my place. Right. Anyway, but I also was like, oh, he's the handsome gay doctor. Because he had told me that all the nurses were like so upset that he was gay.
Right.
So he was out at work. So it wasn't like, why is a man sending you flowers? But I also thought, oh, he's going to get this bomb-ass arrangement, and it's all the nurses that are going to see those flowers because he doesn't have like an office or something. So it's going to be at the nurses' station all day. And then they're just going to be staring at it like, ugh, why can't I be a gay man and get a rack of flowers like this?
Why indeed.
So anyway, that relationship didn't work out. I don't know why. But I am sure that was an unbelievable arrangement of flowers from C.J. Matsumoto, an incredible florist in Los Angeles. They're still in business. They're great. Anyway, C.J. Mats, you do good work, but you way overdid it.
You way overdid it. You just didn't realize you were overdoing it.
I didn't know. But also I was young. It was 30 years ago, so I was -2.
Right.
And how was I supposed to know?
Right.
Like, what a big or small flower, like, what do people spend on flowers?
You were just barely a baby.
Yeah. But, like, previous flowers that I had purchased, you go to, like, a florist in my town and, a little bouquet of flowers, like, for my mom for her birthday or Mother's Day or something was, like, $20. It wasn't much. So I was like, oh, well, this is a fancy florist. So if I want $20 worth of flowers, I have to say I want $50 worth of flowers. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But then they took $50 worth of flowers to mean $300 worth of flowers.
That's cray.
And it was crazy. So
oops.
That's just how it goes. Anyway, I hope Dr. David is well wherever he is. Fucking multilingual and handsome and a doctor. Ugh. Can't believe I didn't lock that shit down when I had the chance.
I can't believe you didn't either, buddy.
Look, it wasn't for lack of trying, but I don't know. All right. You know what, Romaine?
What?
You can't marry a resume.
This is true. You can't.
Also, I had a lot less to offer then. Maybe if he knew how my life was going to turn out,
right?
Maybe he would feel differently. Because then we could have been like, Mark and Valerie on the comeback or something.
Right.
Speaking of which, girl, oh my God.
What?
The comeback.
Oh, yeah, you're watching that.
Honey, the episode on Sunday.
Yeah.
It was so good. I couldn't believe how good it was.
What made it so good?
So for people who watch the comeback on HBO, Lisa Kudrow plays an older actress, an older sitcom actress. You might think, oh, she's playing Lisa Kudrow, but she's really not. But she's playing like an older sitcom actress who is struggling to remain relevant in Hollywood.
Okay, that makes sense.
And so the first season of the show was about her having a reality show follow her around as she got hired to be kind of a second banana on a shitty sitcom.
Okay.
And so it was a lot about her being humiliated and with the reality show cameras following her around and everything. But reality TV was very new then. And so this was kind of a new concept. And a lot of people found the show very cringy. And part of it, what people didn't like about it was people really like Lisa Kudrow. And so watching people be mean to her and her sort of smiling in the face of that was like upsetting for people.
Sure.
And Lisa Kudrow has said, because she was on like Conan's podcast, and he's like, I couldn't, I love you. And I tried to watch the show and I couldn't watch the show. And she's like, a lot of my friends said that. And he's like, I love you so much. And seeing people be so mean to you was hard for me. And she's like, well, that's not really how I see the show. But she also understood like the reaction of other people. Although when the show first debuted and everyone was like, I can't watch this. She's like, oh my God, what have I done wrong? Like, they're not getting the show, like what the show is. Anyway, it's just that people love her too much. Anyway.
So what a problem to have. People love me just too much.
Yeah, you and I could be on the comeback, and our audience would be just fine. They don't love us too much at all.
They don't love us too much at all, no. Not even a little bit.
Not even. Anyway, thanks. Happy anniversary. Okay, so that was the first season. And then the second season, they basically have the reality show format again, but this time the creator of the show that she clashed with the most in the first season, he has gone to rehab for his drug problem and gotten out of it. And then he creates like a HBO drama that is sort of ripped from the headlines from his experience on the sitcom. And then HBO decides, oh, this will be a great idea. We'll get very meta and we'll cast Lisa Kudrow's character in the show within the show, basically playing a version of herself. Right?
Okay.
In this sort of like thing. And that second season was really all about sort of these gritty cable dramas that people were doing.
Right.
Where everyone's a drug addict and there's nudity and whatever and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So anyway, my ride's here. Okay.
Oh.
So.
Oh, yeah, I hear it. What's happening?
Yeah, there's a fire truck going by. Like, okay, well, I hope everybody's okay. All right, bye. Anyway, the third season, Lisa Kudrow's character, it's not a spoiler, but Lisa Kudrow's character, it gets hired to be a star of a new sitcom, but the difference is that the sitcom is being written by AI.
Oh, God.
And so the show is really about sort of AI and what it is as a creative threat within Hollywood.
Sure. Okay.
And so this most recent episode, though, was so good because the AI program is writing the scripts for the show, and there are showrunners, like actual writers who are writing the show. But the AI spits out basically a hallucination script where the AI has hallucinated things the characters would never do.
Oh, okay.
And then nobody, like everyone's like, okay, I guess this is a script. Let's go. And she's like, this is insane.
Why would we do this? Right. That's crazy.
Yeah. And anyway, it was such an incredible episode. Like, I could not believe how good it was. Like, every scene, I was like, oh my God. All the way through it. And it is just, because I was really unsure. I was like, why is this show coming back or whatever? Like, again, after 10 years.
Right.
And, but every episode gets better and better. I was like, oh, but also clearly Lisa Kudrow and Michael Patrick King have feelings about Hollywood and they are expressing them in this show. And, and it is really something. But it's like, to me, it's basically, this season of The Comeback is like Sunset Boulevard for sitcoms.
Interesting. Okay.
And, they have James Burrows, who is the most iconic sitcom director who has ever worked in sitcoms. He directed Taxi and Cheers and Friends and every episode of Will and Grace.
Oh, wow.
And he also directed like 50 pilot episodes.
Jesus.
Like, he just is the sitcom director. And he plays a version of himself on the show. And like, he's so good on the show. He's perfect, like, playing himself. And anyway, it's really, really good. I cannot believe how good it is. I like, Hacks, you better pull up to the bumper because The Comeback is coming for you. It's weird to see sort of these two shows with, female leads,
right,
that are pretty close in age. I mean, Lisa Kudrow, I think, is 10 years younger than Jean Smart, but, a 60-year-old actress versus a 70-year-old actress, there's not a lot of daylight there in Hollywood.
Right.
And they're both doing shows about, like, being an older actress or an older performer in Hollywood trying to remain relevant in an industry that is not interested in hearing what you have to say. And so it's interesting to see how the two shows, like their different takes on things are and what their perspectives are. Although with Valerie Cherish, it's very specific, the experience of it. But anyway, she and Michael Patrick King, they are really... They really have something to say.
Okay.
It is juicy. It almost makes me wish, I don't long to live in Los Angeles, but with this airing, damn, I wish I was in LA right now. Because I am sure everybody who has worked in the television industry in the last 20 years is just riveted and can't wait to see the next dime being dropped on this show.
I'm sure. I mean, it sounds, I don't watch it, but it does sound pretty juicy.
Yeah, I don't know that you would. I mean, you like Hacks.
I do like Hacks.
But Hacks is really a joke machine of a show.
Yeah.
And it has really, the dynamic between Deborah and Ava is really great. The sort of the tension between them that is not quite sexual and not quite friendly. It's an interesting dynamic, but it's also something we just don't see a lot of on TV.
Right.
Or in movies, or anywhere outside of real life. And so it's really great to just sort of see how that plays out. And it also helps that it is just fall down funny.
Yeah.
I could watch Ava. There's last season, Ava was covering the writer's lunch. The studio wouldn't pay for the lunch. And so Ava was paying out of her pocket for the other writers for their lunch. And they were ordering insane meals from very fancy places, charging it to her, including things that were just ordered for the table in case somebody wanted it.
Right.
And her crash out
was
over the
amazing.
lunch.
Oh my
and
God.
Then her quitting and driving away. I could watch that 5,000 times in a row.
I agree. It was really epic.
It's so fucking funny. It's so well done. It's so well written. Every beat about it. So it's different because that show is just will have moments in it that you could watch 1,000 times because they're so funny. Yeah.
I love that show. I mean, I've already watched the first episodes of the new season, and it made me very happy to see it back on the air. I'm I could use more episodes. I hate when there's only 1 or 2 or 3 and not enough because I want all of it. I want it all.
Yeah, but they don't. Yeah, I mean, they dole them out a week at a time.
I know, and it drives me crazy because they're doing that with 3 shows that I watch right now. They're doing it with The Boys. They're doing it with with Hacks, and then they're doing it with the Testaments show over on Hulu. And I'm God damn it, just let me fucking have the shows. I'm real needy when it comes to this shit.
You got used to the binging.
Yes.
Where they would release all 10 episodes.
And then now they don't do it like that anymore. And I'm I fucking hate it.
They're trying to hold on to their subscribers. But this is how TV used to be. You remember how it was.
I know, and it was better when I could just binge shit. I like being able to binge shit. They made me addicted to binging, and then they took it away. And now I'm over here jonesing for more episodes, and I can't get them.
I mean, the real problem is that the business model for the streaming platforms is such that a show where you're going to get, even though they're only doing 10 episodes, a show where you're going to get 5 or 6 seasons of the show is not the norm at all.
Right.
I mean, especially not over at Netflix.
Right.
Where for them, they just want the hook of one season and the buzz and people subscribe and whatever else. They don't need to keep you coming back forever.
Right.
Although they do have a series of, Netflix has a series of sort of almost soap opera, soft, small town drama kinds of shows. Maybe a Gilmore Girls kind of a show. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That apparently they do 10 seasons of them. And I don't watch them. They're not for me. But people love them, and they're cheap to make, and so Netflix just churns them out.
Right.
I think the Outer Banks might be one of these shows. I don't know. Anyway, it is amazing how much of the landscape is shows that I have never seen or heard of before.
Right.
Because I was actually really wondering. So, like, after I watched Hacks, or after I watched The Comeback, and I've been rewatching Cougar Town on Hulu.
Love Cougar
because
Town.
this is my rewatch.
Such a great show. It's
a great show, and it was a show that, like, ABC could not, like, the audience could not get into it. Like, the core people loved it. Like, we were in the cul-de-sac crew. And Cougar Town and Strike Back are the two shows that Derek and Romaine loved. Yep. And like other media people did not love. I think in this current landscape, it would have been very different because, like, if we were podcasters who loved this kind of a niche show, like, we'd be able to build so much around the niche fandom of those shows as a podcast. But at the time with our show, like, we loved Strike Back and we loved Cougar Town. And with Cougar Town, we had every actor from that show.
Yes, and we loved it. It was so exciting.
Courtney Cox was the only one who never did our show.
I know.
And my penny can that I still have is signed by everyone but Courtney Cox. I think I'm the only person who has a penny can signed by virtually every cast member on that show. And the same thing with Strike Back. The Strike Back guys were so grateful, and the publicists at Cinemax every time, because, like, nobody wanted to talk about their show.
Which is stupid because it was so good.
Yeah. And it was the same thing over at Cougar Town. Like, they were so happy that we loved the show because they could not get arrested in other places around their show. And it's like, and they knew, and this is the thing with both those shows, like, they knew they were doing a good show.
Yep.
And it's like, why doesn't anybody love our show? That it's really good.
Because people were stupid and not paying attention. Yeah, it was so heartbreaking.
But even still, Cougar Town still did 6 seasons and 100 episodes.
Right.
And, you know, Strike Back did, I think, 3 or 4 seasons over at Cinemax. So it wasn't like it didn't do anything. But it just never caught on the way that I think the creators wanted it to catch on. But anyway, so I'm on Hulu, and I was watching the Cougar Town. And I was just thinking, like, you know what? We watch various shows and everything, and the comeback is really about sort of, you know, this thing of, like, the multicam sitcom and how the networks don't really make them anymore. And in watching the behind the scenes podcast for the comeback, they talked to Jimmy Burrows and, you know, about sort of like, well, what do you think is the state of the sitcom? And he says, let me tell you something. I've been to the funeral of the sitcom many times, but now I'm wearing a suit. And I was like, oh, that is brutal. And he's like, Chuck Lorre is kind of keeping it alive, and he's literally the only one. And it's really, like, as an art form, like, it's just not happening anymore, right?
Right.
And, you know, and Lisa Kudrow and Michael Patrick King talked about it a bit, because Michael Patrick King got his start in, like, sitcom writing rooms and everything. And obviously Lisa Kudrow did, you know, not just Friends, but before Friends, she was guest starring on and in whatever it is, 10 pilots or something for sitcoms before Friends. Because you know about that with all 6 of them on Friends, right? That between the 6 of them,
they
had
shot
been
a lot
in,
of pilots,
like,
right?
50 failed pilots.
Jesus, that sucks.
Like, everybody talked about, like, oh, the 6 failures from all those other pilots. Now this is going to be the show that hits. And then it was. But, like, they were all known around town because they had been in so many pilots. And I think some of them were actually in other pilots that same season.
Wow.
When Friends got picked up. So anyway, because they were also in demand. So I thought, oh, you know, since they're talking about how they're not making these sitcoms, I realized for myself, like, oh, I don't regularly watch network TV anymore ever since we've been cord cutters, right?
Yeah,
but I still watch some, you know, CBS procedurals and that kind of thing. So I was like, well, let me take a look here on Hulu and see what these other shows are that must be airing on ABC.
What are they?
Oh, my God. I've never heard of this shit. I'm like, what is this crap? But the thing is, like, the shows are not advertised to me.
Right.
I don't see them in social media. Like, for whatever, like, the algorithm just does not serve any of it to me.
Interesting.
And some of them have, like, 4 big TV stars I've heard of before who were in them. And I'm like, oh, my God, you're all in this show that I have never heard of before? And And I just thought, oh, this is a very sorry state. Like, no wonder they're all in a panic. Like, watching the comeback is really about what a panic state Hollywood is in right now.
Right.
And then when I saw this, I was like, oh, no wonder they're in a panic. Like, they're pouring millions of dollars into TV shows with big stars on a network. And the kind of person who would watch them, because you all know I watch too much television.
He does.
The kind of person who would be watching these shows doesn't even know these shows are around. And I'm chronically online. I watch too much TV. Like, of all the people that should be easy to reach, I should be the easiest to reach. And I am not seeing them. Dang. And so they got a real problem on their hands. I don't know what the answer is, but they've got a problem.
Yeah, I mean, these days it's all about streaming. If you're not in the streaming sphere, you're not anywhere.
But even still, these are streaming. They're on Hulu.
And you're still not seeing them?
I mean, there's a couple of them that sometimes get promoted inside Hulu. I complain to our tech interns all the time because Hulu never feels fresh to me when I open it compared to other streaming apps. Like, I think they do a terrible job of, like, keeping things fresh.
Well, they do.
But they don't. But also,
soon that's going to go away. It's not even going to matter.
Yeah, I guess. Well, because it's merging with Disney Plus.
Right.
But even with Disney Plus, like when I open Disney Plus, I'm like, you have what? Who are you trying to serve here?
I'm sorry. When you open Disney Plus, I don't even open Disney Plus. I have it, and I don't even fucking open it. Now I am, but only so I can get to my Hulu because I can't get through my Hulu the regular way.
Right, but even so, when you look at Disney Plus, it's like, what are you now? Like, I understood when Disney Plus launched, I knew what its identity was. And now when I look at Disney Plus, I don't know what they're trying to tell me. And these tech interns, when they are with us and they work on our app, one of the things I say to them is, while you're working on our app, look at these other streaming apps. And, you know, which one is your favorite?
And why?
Like, if you're just sitting down and you don't have a specific thing you want to watch, what's the first one that you open? And then you got to ask yourself, why? Why is that the first one? And then also look at the different apps and see what the app is trying to tell you about themselves. Like, what's the story they're trying to tell with the app, with the way that they lay it out, because the layouts are all roughly the same. But how are they different? What's the color scheme? How is the color scheme different? And, I use Disney Plus as an easy example because their color scheme is they use like royal colors, purples, deep blues and reds and purples, because Disney is built on princesses.
Right.
And so they use these jewel tones as their color scheme because they are telling you this is a royal experience. There are princes and princesses here. The magic of sort of castles and royalty and whatever else. So they're giving you in their colors, they're telling you that that's what you're looking at. And it makes it look richer, right?
Right.
So when you're spending your money, you feel like, ooh, my money's going toward expensive luxury.
I'm so rich. Look at me.
It's literally just a color. Anyway. And then you look at Amazon Prime, and it's just like a yard sale, like a swap meet. Like, it's just...
Oh, poor Amazon Prime.
It's just a
swap
collection
meet
of
that it is.
It's a collection of everything, right?
Right.
And sometimes you can't tell, like, what's an upsell, what's included,
right,
what's not included. Like, oh, it's, it's kind of a mess. You kind of got to dig around for the gems.
In Prime, you definitely have to dig around.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the only streamer that does a good job where I don't feel like I have to dig around as much is Netflix.
Which is probably why they so dominate this field.
Yes. They have figured out how to make their stuff at least easy to navigate.
Yeah. But also, their algorithm is much better at serving up what you want to watch.
Yes.
Like, this is the other thing, because I'll open, HBO Max, and they're like, ooh, new for you. And I look at it, I just think,
who am
nothing
I?
about this is me.
Right.
And I will go in and I will, because Hulu has a thing where you can like, even if you haven't watched it, you can like it. So then they'll know what you like.
Oh, do you actually take the time to do that shit?
Oh yeah, well, especially when I started a new account. I'm like, yeah, you want to like a bunch of things so that they can start serving me things that I might actually like. And their algorithm is pretty rudimentary. That is the one thing about Netflix. Boy, have they got your number.
Yeah.
They really, you walk in there and they're like, have we got something for you? And it's like, oh, you tap directly into my brain. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
But I think that's why Netflix is just completely dominates it. Because they know what people want.
They do. Yeah, the idea of having to start over my Netflix account.
Oh no, it'd be heartbreaking.
Oh God, I'd cry. I would cry so hard. Like some of the other ones I've had to because of this new thing that we've had to do with our accounts. But if I had to do that with Netflix, I would weep. Because it knows me at this point, and I feel like it serves me up the shit I actually like and want to watch. So the idea of having to, oh God, I can't even think about it.
Yeah.
I can't even think about it, Derek. I've become so reliant on how smart it is and how well it knows me. And Romie, each of us have our own profile and they're all so different. Like if I accidentally log in, I'm like, what is this shit? I'm like, ugh, I'm on Romie's account. Ugh. And then I get all cranky about it.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. I'm a monster. I'm a nightmare. But it's true. Yeah.
Well, in the chat room, Scott says that he paid for an annual plan of Paramount Plus to watch Star Treks and to have CBS stuff, and now they dumped the Star Treks. Well,
oh no.
They had this Starfleet Academy show, which I watched, and it was just okay.
Okay.
And they've already canceled it, even though, and this is awkward, they already filmed a second season.
And they're not even going to show it?
Oh, no, they're going to show it because they spent the money on it.
Well, at least they're going to show it, but damn.
But yeah, the show got canceled, and
That's
I think they have released cast members, whatever. And the thing is, it is a smart idea. It was a kind of a surprise. Why haven't you done a show set at Starfleet Academy before?
Right.
But I found, boy, I did not like any of these young people. And I don't know who they were supposed to be appealing to.
Gotcha.
And then also, because it's Starfleet Academy, they're at the Academy. They're not out in the field. So they're not really engaging with things going on. In some ways, they have an animated show called Lower Decks, which is kind of an animated comedy show.
Right.
One of the 50 shows that Jack Quaid is on. And that's a sweet show. That's a fun show. I do enjoy that. And that's fine, because that's basically about not the people who are up on the bridge.
Right.
The other people who work inside the ship. Whenever there's some battle and the ship is blowing up and people are in a hallway and it explodes next to them, those are the characters. It's okay, well, I am interested in this. When they have to jettison part of the ship, what's happening to these people? When a piece of the ship breaks off, are there any people in there? It's at their cabin? What's going on? So I do like the Lower Decks because this kind of addresses the lower tier people. But they also get into big skirmishes and whatever. So they probably should have just done something like that instead of Starfleet Academy. But and there were a couple of hot guys, and there was a weird kind of multi-gender polyamorous storyline going on.
Okay.
And that was, I don't know, it was okay. It really felt like, remember on Mad Men when they are trying to come up with an ad campaign that'll be interesting to teenagers, and I can't remember who it was. It says, "Why don't I put a Pepsi on the end of a fishing line and drop it out the window and see if we can catch some teenagers?" You know what I mean? That's what what Starfleet Academy feels like. Oh well, if we just have a show about gender non-specific polyamorous young people, young people will watch this show. And I'm just I don't think that's how it works.
That definitely is not how it works. We have a call, Derek. Would you like to go to the phone?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Rowdy in New York. Hello.
Hello. Hey, I'm glad to hear you're watching The Boys, Romaine. I want to be sensitive about this.
Okay.
But what did that actress do to her lips?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
And I don't know.
Okay.
But, this is a thing that women do funky, weird shit to their lips all the time these days. And it's what is happening here?
It's like her lips don't even really move that much anymore. It's just more of like a beak.
It's probably fillers and shit like that, if I had to guess.
Okay. I really wish they would stop doing that.
Oh, I do too. I hate it. I hate women who do fillers in their lips. I hate it so much. Like, I would not, if I were dating and I was in the dating pool, I would not date a woman who put fillers in her lips. Would absolutely not do it.
Well, it doesn't sound like it'd be fun to make out with either.
Nope. I bet they don't feel good. They can't.
Yeah, no, they can't. Also, dirty girl, dirty girl, dirty girl.
I found that scene both disturbing and funny.
Super disturbing.
Yeah. That's from the Testaments for people who don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, bananas, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. I love that. I love that Handmaid's Tale world. I think it's so fucked up. And yet it in so many ways it's terrifying because it feels so true to what's happening in our world today. Or what could happen, I guess I should say. Very easily.
Well, people do love that. I just can't, you know me, I just can't watch ever since the it's twofold. Ever since the Trump election the first time in 2017 and then the pandemic, I just can't watch a dystopian TV show anymore. Like, I can't do it.
Because we're living it?
Yeah, the world is too dystopian for me. It's
I
one
agree.
thing to watch, like, Arrival, which is, 2 hours of, like, is humanity going to make it? Probably not. That's
Maybe.
fine. Maybe. I mean, at least it's a meditation on, is there a chance for humanity to survive? I don't know if Amy Adams is there, I guess. But, I just, for me, like, once Trump got elected, I walked away from The Walking Dead. I was like, I can't do this anymore. The world itself is too grim.
Yeah.
I can't watch this grim show.
But also with The Walking Dead, like, it was nothing good was ever going to happen. It couldn't. Like,
No,
we weren't going to cure the fucking zombies. There was no good or positive outcome that could ever happen.
Yeah, there definitely got to a point on The Walking Dead where, because in the first season, this is a spoiler alert, in the first season of The Walking Dead, whatever, this was forever ago, the people are escaping from the zombies. They're trying to get to the CDC in Atlanta. I mean, if it was run by Robert Downey Jr., Robert F. Kennedy Jr., well, I wouldn't go to the CDC. But be that as it may, in these before times, they go to the CDC because they're like, if anybody's going to solve this zombie thing, the CDC will have it. And when they get there, the people at the CDC are like, there's no hope here. We're blowing this shit up. And because we don't want to get eaten by zombies, and it's all over. And so you can stay with us and blow up, or you can
right at
go
that
out
point.
there and
I would
fend
have
for
just
yourself.
been like, "Bye, let's go, let's blow this shit up. I'm done."
And there are some characters from that first season who are like, you know what? We gave it to the old college try, and we're out.
Yeah.
And then other people are like, no, let's keep surviving and find a way to survive.
For
I
what?
think, yeah. But I do think that for viewers, at a certain point, they were like, in order to keep this show going, there's never going to be any hope. And in some ways, it was like with Lost, but at least with Lost, they said, we have an end date. Here's how much longer the show is going. I think that The Walking Dead should have done that. They should have said, you know what? This only has 2 more seasons, and then there will be an ending and an answer.
And by the way, the ending is we all die, because that ultimately is the ending in a situation like that. Everyone dies.
Yeah.
There is no surviving. Eventually, everyone is going to die.
Probably.
There's no probably. That's just what's going to happen. Like, I don't want to be like all pessimistic and sad about it, but like ultimately, one by one, they all die. They all get picked off by a zombie or some baddie or whatever. And it's like, oh God, what are we fighting so fucking hard for? Like, why are we trying to stay alive? The world sucks.
For Coral.
Coral. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. No.
Anyway. All right. Well, we got 8 hookers on the hooker hotline, so we should probably
is
hop
that
into
is that a lot? Is 8?
It does feel like a lot. We should probably go into it.
You're probably right. Let's do it. Here we go.
We got some calls on the hooker hotline.
Hooker hotline.
Still hooking.
I'm afraid to press the button.
Just press the button.
Here we go.
Hey, it's Rob, Florida.
Hi, Rob. Florida.
Back to beginning of yesterday's show with the space talk. You know, they were all only in the one capsule the whole time. There's only one capsule. And if you see the comparisons between the Apollo and that, it is a lot bigger. It had a different level. It looked like the guy. First time I'd seen that. And the toilet was there. I posted it in a chat. It was like a Instagram picture.
Oh. I see. Did you know that, Derek?
Well, they have the crew capsule.
Yeah.
And then they also had the command module.
Okay.
And they left the command module to get into the crew capsule to come back.
So where was the bathroom? Was it in the command or in the crew?
Well, now I saw, because somebody had posted like a rendering online that seemed to show like a toilet under one of the seats.
Okay.
Which is possible, but there didn't seem to be any privacy. It definitely was
So then you're
roomier.
just shitting in front of everybody?
Honey.
Oh, God, no way. First of all, I could never do that. I'm a private shitter. I'm a private pooper. There's no fucking way I could do that. No. Are you kidding? You have to shit in front of other people?
Yeah, you were never in the military.
Nope, I sure wasn't. I couldn't do it. I've seen those movies where they're all shitting in the same room. I would never shit again. I'd never shit again, ever. I do not want to shit in front of anybody, ever. Not even my own wife. When she tries talking to me through the door when I'm shitting, I get mad.
Because she was in the military.
Yeah, but I hate it. I'm like, leave me the fuck alone. I am shitting. I need my privacy. Thank you very much. I am a private pooper. Which, by the way, could totally be a parody song. Just saying.
She's your private pooper.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, it practically writes itself, but it's not going to write itself here.
No.
You just like in the military, they have to train you to poop in front of people because they can't have you saying like, well, I'll just hold it till I get back to Earth in 10 days. Just like if you're in a war and you're pinned down in a foxhole or something, you can't be like, well, I got to climb out of this foxhole and go take a dump somewhere because I can't poop in front of other people. It's like,
you got to poop in the foxhole next to your best friend? Nope.
What do you think happens when they're pinned down in a foxhole for 3 days?
I don't fucking know because I'm not getting into a goddamn foxhole.
Girl.
This is why I'm not in the military, because I couldn't do that shit. Hell to the fuck no. I am a princess, and I deserve privacy when I poop. I get it.
Benjamin over here.
I get that that's a crazy approach, but I couldn't do it. I'm telling you right now, this is where I would
It's
fail.
necessary.
Nope.
Well, it's
no.
going to save your life.
No.
Okay. Romaine's going to die on The Walking Dead. She's going to die in a foxhole. She's going to die in space.
Yep. I'm going to die. We all got to die eventually, Derek.
Yeah. Romaine's going to blow herself up at the CDC because she can't hack it.
That's right. Unfucking believable. Yeah, that's... No.
Anyway, I know that there were other parts of the rocket that they were in, not just the crew capsule that they came back to Earth in. There was like more to it.
Gotcha. Okay. Fucking crazy ass shit.
Like, didn't you see Apollo 13?
Once upon a time, probably. I don't know. It was a very long time ago. When did that movie come out?
30 years ago?
Yeah, you expect me to remember a movie from 30 years ago? Please. I mean, we'll talk about an old movie in a little bit because I have to talk about what Romie did all day yesterday. It was ridiculous. But we got to get through these phone calls first. So let's go
all
back
right.
to
Anyway, there is more to the spaceship that they're in than just the crew capsule that they come back to Earth in.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's go back to the phone, to the hookers. Here we go.
Hi, DNR. Happy Tuesday.
Hi, Julia.
This is Julia out in California. As a California voter, yes, Gavin Newsom is term limited. he is not able to run again in California. And the only person who was actually able to serve a total of 4 terms was Jerry Brown, because he has served as governor before the term limit law came into place in California. So, yeah. Anyway, and Jerry Brown was grandfathered in to do 2 more terms, and he was done. So anyway, you guys have a great day. I look forward to seeing you guys this weekend. All righty. Have a good rest of your show.
Thank
Bye.
you. All right, I didn't know that. I didn't know any of those term rules and all that out in California, because I'm not a California
Jerry
person.
Brown was governor of California like in his 30s, like when he was like 29 or 30 or something, like young. And so he ended up becoming the youngest governor in California history, and then the oldest, or one of the oldest.
Okay.
Because of like the stretch in between.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Anyway, the awkward thing is, Eric Swalwell, like dropped out of the race. So they did a new poll after like a scandalo hit.
Right.
And the new polling came out after the scandal, when he was like, I'm suspending my campaign or whatever. They ran a poll over the weekend before I think he had officially dropped out and was resigning from Congress. But like clearly the scandal had hit, and they wanted to see what the polling would be afterward. And he was still polling better than Katie Porter.
Oh, boy.
Even after that, he was polling at 9% and she's polling at 8%. So if she thought Eric Swalwell dropping out of the race was going to be a help to her campaign, the answer is not so much.
That's a bummer for her.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens.
It does. Although I do wonder, because Katie Porter was very popular online nationally. But I do wonder if her sort of like that kind of popularity was not actually translating to voters wanting her to be governor. Like there's a big difference between the people who become stars in social media versus people that people actually want to have as their representative or governor of their state or senator or whatever it is. And sometimes when people have that kind of online fame, they think it's going to translate into actual votes, and it doesn't always work that way.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's almost certainly going to be Tom Steyer at this point.
Okie dokie. All right, ready for the next hooker?
Yes, ma'am.
Here we go.
Time shifting to Lady Bunny.
Yes.
Does Lady Bunny know that when she blames the Democrats based on her... I know she can't wait to vote for Jill Stein with the other 9 people that vote for her every year. But does she realize that the war on drag comes from the far right? That anytime she defends anything that goes that direction or demonizes the Democrats, she has no hope of any type of salvation with the Republicans or even some independents, because they see drag as grooming children and all these other things that drag is. And
I don't think she cares.
Understand that they're afraid of, and then they dress in drag apparently. But I don't get Bunny either, and sometimes just watching her with her massive following and the things she says, just the thumbprint hits that unfollow button, but I just haven't brought myself to it.
I mean, listen, I love Bunny, but I don't think she cares when it comes to that kind of stuff. I don't think she cares whether people like her or don't like her, want to follow her, don't want to follow her. I think she just wants to express her point of view and only her point of view, and I just don't think she cares what anyone else thinks.
Yeah, I think, the thing is that I think that Lady Bunny on the left is a lot like Brandon, California on the right. That they are much more burn it all down anarchists than people who are like,
true
well,
believers.
I'm a traditional Democrat or I'm a traditional Republican and I believe in, whatever, 70 to 85% of a party platform, and therefore that's my party ID. Like most people fit into a neater category I agree with most of the platform that a major party stands for, and therefore that's my party. And there are definitely going to be some areas where they don't necessarily agree, or they want the focus to be more on this and less on that.
Right.
But they generally accept a broad number of principles. And then there are people on the left and the right who are more aligned with the party on that one side. But in reality, they don't really like them either, because they don't do enough for what they want. And ultimately what they want is, why don't we just have nothing? Why don't we burn it all down and start over from scratch? Like, they really want a systemic failure that then rebuilds to whatever they want it to be. And so for Lady Bunny, it is just, a massive, communist government state that is owned and controlled entirely by and for the people. And for Brad, he wants it all to collapse so that he can basically live in The Walking Dead. I've got my guns and my land, and I don't need anybody else. And if anybody comes near me, they're getting it right between the eyes. So, like, they both want basically the same outcome in a way, but for different reasons and in different directions.
Right.
And so that's why you can't really have, like, a deep policy disagreement with them where anything could get resolved, because ultimately they're not interested in any of the policies, because they want all the policies to go away. So they're not interested in kind of what they say in politics, half a loaf. One side gets some, this side gets some, and then we move the ball forward. Like, they're not interested in that.
Right.
So anyway, so that's the thing with Bunny. It's why Bunny just, like, is all the time also criticizes, like, the Democrats or the Republicans do something bad, and then it's like, well, the Democrats couldn't stop them, and that's the Democrats' fault. So it's like, okay. But ultimately, she won't support the Democrats because she doesn't want what they're going to deliver either.
Right.
And so that just ends up being the state.
Gotcha.
But it's just dispiriting because, I think that ultimately what ends up happening is you have a lot of people who are disaffected for a long time, and then on the right and the left, and then it just prevents us from actually making any positive progress.
Right.
And there are things that happen that are actual, genuine, positive progress. There were things that FDR put in place, like the FDIC, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, that has prevented anyone from losing any money, any depositor from losing any money in a bank failure since 1933. And before, if you lived in a small town out west and Jesse James came and robbed your bank, you lost everything.
Right. All your money went
all your money was gone. And, the bank was like, sorry, your money is just gone.
And there wasn't,
you had no recourse.
Right.
Like, hopefully they would find the robbers. Maybe the money would come back. Maybe.
It
but
never
there was no
came
guarantee
back.
you'd ever see it again.
Right.
But also, people would have a bank, and the bank would fold, and the person who ran the bank would just take the money and leave town. And then it's like, I went to the bank, and nobody showed up today. I guess all my money's gone.
Scary.
Like, that was the world that people used to live in. It's why people would hide money in a mattress. It's why Molly Brown, who didn't sink on the Titanic, one of the fortunes that she lost was her husband was keeping their money in a wood-burning stove in their cabin, and she didn't know that's where he hid the money. And she came back, and she's like, it's cold. And she started a fire and burned up every penny they had.
Eeks.
Now, in retrospect, hiding paper money in a fireplace
is a dumb idea.
It's a bad idea.
Because you're just asking for it to get burned up.
But he really believed, like, oh, if they come in here to try to rob us, no one's going to look in the fireplace for it.
Well,
which probably is true, because who'd
definitely
be dumb enough
true.
to hide money in a fire?
Right.
Anyway, so yeah, people used to stuff money in mattresses and coffee cans and bury it in the yard and whatever else because a bank was untrustworthy. But since the FDIC, you don't think, oh my God, if my bank fails, what will happen to my money in the bank?
Right.
Nobody thinks that anymore.
No.
So there are positive things that government can do that can dramatically improve the quality of people's lives. Social Security has a lot of problems. It's going to be difficult to keep funding it if we people keep not having kids. But the reality is, Social Security, since it came about, has cut senior citizen poverty in half.
Wow.
It's half what it was before we had Social Security. Half.
That's wild.
And so obviously there are still people who are, elderly and on the margins and barely getting by and everything. But it is considerably better than it used to be.
Right.
And obviously it could be improved. But I'm just saying, there are things that can happen. But we got to work together to make them happen. And if your whole thing is everybody sucks, let's burn it down, that's not going to help most people.
Right.
So I just think it's counterproductive.
I hear what you're saying.
But but for people who believe in just burning everything down, they're not interested in, well, if we just do this minor tweak to Social Security, it'll be solvent for another 3 years.
No, because they want to burn it down.
They just want to burn it all down.
Right. That's the only thing they're interested in.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope that Lady Bunny will do the principled thing and refuse her Social Security checks. I'm just kidding. It's not going to happen.
Oh, my God. Yeah, no, not at all. Not even at all. Okay, you're funny. All right, let's go back to the hookers. I can't.
Hey, Derek and Romaine, it's NorCal Brandon. I just wanted to say I enjoyed the first few minutes of Monday's show. I was kind of in a bad mood, and you guys just made me laugh with your shitter chat and what's that smell and all the quips surrounding. So thank you for bringing me out of my funk. On the Eric Swalwell conversation, he actually grew up in the town next to where I did, and represented some of that area, even though, I never really voted for him the way things were, kind of drawn out. And actually a guy that I went to middle school with was, his high school teacher and mentor and worked in his campaigns and stuff. So interesting. I mean, I never really cared for him, honestly. He kind of had a haughty douchiness to him anyway, but yeah, whatever happens there happens. And then as I was finishing my workout today, listening to the show, this is totally random, ESPN is showing something called the American Pop Darts League. Pop darts, not tarts. And these things are like butt plug dildos with suction cups on the bottom that are flexible that people chuck in the air on a board to gain position. It's the weirdest, fucking funniest thing. Anyway, just thought I'd share that because it was an interesting thing. All right, have a good night. Beep.
Okay, I have never heard of this thing, and this sounds insane.
I immediately went to...
You Googled it, did you?
Of course I did.
Oh, God, okay.
They definitely look like a flared base dildo where both ends are flared.
Okay.
But I can see why it would be like the fun of darts, but with the safety of not darts.
Right. Okay.
I'm just not sure how aerodynamic these things are. But I'm like, okay. I appreciate the safety first of it.
Okay.
Also, it looks like people play it. They can play it like a flip cup challenge kind of a thing.
Okay.
Where you can toss them at a table or to the floor,
right,
in a grid. And so then you could do a drinking game around it or something.
Gotcha.
Okay, that could be fun. I would of course I was looking at it because, we do these cruises and everything. It's we're always looking for
new ideas,
different new activities
stuff,
that we can do with people. And so I was like, well, maybe there's something here because they won't confiscate them if they don't have a sharp edge to them. We can get them on a cruise ship or whatever. But I don't know. It might, we'd have to think about it. But maybe. There might be something there. Because we do our morning games or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, but it would be hard for us to do a drinking game unless it was actually at a bar. And I don't think they would let us just do it at a bar space. Just out in the open at a table and while everyone else is trying to enjoy their bar, now we're just going to be throwing these darts around. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
That may not fly.
You might have to BYOB and then play the game.
Right.
I don't know. Anyway, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Brandon. I agree that Swalwell kind of had like a "I'm hot and I know it" vibe to him. And being in Washington, D.C., I think, probably only made that worse. Because as I've said before, I mean, that's me quoting, but that D.C. is for people who weren't attractive enough to go to Hollywood. And Eric Swalwell is almost Hollywood attractive. So, he's like D.C. hot.
Right.
But for future Eric Swalwells, be warned, TMZ has opened up in Washington, D.C.
What?
Did you hear this? Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't hear this.
Yeah, so TMZ has opened up basically like a regional office in Washington, D.C.
Interesting.
And they already like caught, because TMZ does this thing where when people get off airplanes at LAX, they're like, hey, whoever you are,
right,
movie star, hey, you just got off a plane, you look like shit. What do you think about whatever?
Right.
They're always like confronting them and whatever. Hey, I hear you're getting a divorce. Look over here. Like it's pretty awful. Like the TMZ at the airport thing.
Yeah.
And so Lindsey Graham, is at Walt Disney World with his whatever magic wand girl.
Yeah.
And TMZ caught him in a hallway there in DC. And they're like, hey, tell us about your magic wand at Walt Disney World. He could not run away fast enough. And I have to say,
funny.
I think that as much as TMZ is a scourge on society, it could not possibly be better placed than in the halls of Washington, D.C.
I mean, it's actually kind of great.
Because they will not be able to get away with their shenanigans with TMZ.
No.
Because TMZ is not trying to get invited to your Tony dinner party. They don't need to be invited to the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Right.
They don't care about whatever your thing is. And they only care about dirt. And they pay people for dirt. And they want dirt. And so people who are having affairs and whatever else, your affairs will no longer be a secret.
Nope, not with TMZ around.
Yeah. This actually, somebody had posted, with TMZ going to D.C., somebody had posted this story from a while ago that Cokie Roberts was doing research on Washington, D.C. in the 1820s. I can't remember why, but she was writing a book or something. And there had been a letter from Louisa Adams about the 1820 Congress in D.C.
Okay.
And it was basically like town gossip. And I think she wrote it to John Adams.
Okay.
Like, here's what you're missing. Because, he died like 6 years later, right? 1826, I think he died. And his son had been president, whatever. And so she wrote to him about the latest congressional gossip. And apparently she was on the board of an orphanage, like a ladies' charity that raised money for orphanages and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Right? So they had this orphanage in D.C. And they were like, we need more money.
Oh.
And so they went to the ladies' auxiliary, you got to raise more money for us. We need more money at this orphanage. And she's like, why? She's like, well, Congress was in town longer than usual. And now we have 40 pregnant mistresses who have shown up at our door wanting to drop off their soon-to-be babies. So we're going to have an extra number of babies for this orphanage because Congress stayed in session too long.
Jesus. That's ridiculous.
And so this is a letter that she wrote to John Adams in 1820 about there's 40 babies waiting at this orphanage. And I got to be honest. So I'm like, oh my God, somebody needs to do a History Channel. They need to do a genealogy, trace these infants from this orphanage in 1820, find out who their fathers really were.
That'd be crazy.
Because they were literally founding fathers. It's yeah. They're probably people who are descended from
founding fathers and have no idea.
Founding fathers and senators and Congress people, ambassadors, movers and shakers of D.C. life in the 1820s. that they are descended from. They have no idea.
That's insane.
Yes. Because, those 40 of them, some of them grew up and had kids and whatever
Why
else.
Why is it that these men have always been such dogs? Why is it men are just dogs?
Yeah, it's just that men are dogs.
I mean, like, dude, can men just not keep their shit in their pants, even if they're married? Or it doesn't, like, they just don't, they, like, I don't understand. And by the way, this is coming from someone who would love to just be a whore all the time. But even I can keep it in my pants mostly.
Mostly. Here's the thing, is that people are just generally sluts.
Yeah.
And they can't keep it in their pants. And the thing is that people just need to be more willing to acknowledge their true nature. And they will be happier. Yeah. And they'll lead better lives if they can be honest with themselves and other people around them. But because this happens all the time, like gay guys, like, oh, I have to have a boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you're a slut. You're going to get into a relationship, and then you're going to be miserable pretty quickly because you want to be a slut. And you should just be a slut. And when your friends are like, why don't you have a boyfriend? Just say, because I'm a slut. And they'll be like, okay. Like, I think it would be malpractice for me to be in a relationship with somebody because I'm a slut and I know I want to sleep around. So that's why I don't have a boyfriend. I think that is reasonable.
Sure.
I think that shows character.
Sure.
I mean, that character is a cheap slut, but you're be honest with yourself.
Right.
So yeah, I think people are just not honest with themselves.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in the world. I can see how that's true.
But also women, want to have sex with other people too.
Oh yeah. I always want to have sex with other people. Always.
Yeah.
There's never a time I don't want to have sex with other people. Even when I don't want to have sex with anybody, I want to have sex with other people.
It's beautiful.
I know. Thank you. I agree. It is beautiful.
All right. Well, anyway, I look forward to seeing what TMZ uncovers in D.C.
They're going
Something
to uncover
tells me
all the shit. It's going to be great.
Lot.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Oh, it's going to be great. And it's frankly, because like the Washington Post is trying to figure out like who they are in the new media landscape.
Yeah.
Girl, buy TMZ right now. Save yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is going to be great. So I look forward to seeing what TMZ DC uncovers. Because that shit's going to be juicy.
It is.
And good. Because there's a lot of like just shenanigans that go on.
Well, there's just a lot of hypocrisy and all that other shit that goes on there in DC that, I'm not against it getting, found out, frankly.
But a lot of people are like, how could people know about Eric Swalwell for so long and nobody did anything? Now that TMZ is around, an Eric Swalwell will not last for 6 years.
No.
The second that TMZ hears, oh, you know who's a pussy hound? Meep, meep.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be all over that shit.
I agree with that.
If I were Lindsey Graham, honey, I don't know who comes to your townhouse at night, but
yeah,
I'd get a fake mustache and a wig. Like, I'd move.
Yeah, good luck to him. Oh,
He's
yeah.
gonna need it.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
Next hooker.
All right, here we go.
It's Little Ole Larry.
Hi, Larry.
Hey, on yesterday's show, someone was calling in and talking about those irrational hatreds of certain people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I've got one.
Uh-oh.
It's that bitch Oprah Winfrey.
Interesting. She's like a deity. How can you?
From that stupid car giveaway she did, 30 years ago? From what I understood, and I might be wrong, she didn't pay the taxes on the cars. So most of the people who won her free car couldn't afford to keep the free car.
Right.
And so I have considered her a self-serving bitch ever since then. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But there's my irrational hatred.
Interesting.
Oprah frickin' Winfrey.
But didn't they do that on that show where they would go in and build houses for people? Do you remember that show?
Yes.
I can't remember. Extreme Makeover or some shit like
Home
that.
Edition. Yes.
Yeah, and they would make over all these people's houses, and then the houses would go up in value, and they wouldn't pay the taxes, and then these people couldn't even afford to stay in their homes because the taxes became so high. I'm not making that up, right? I'm remembering that correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a lot of problems with that.
Mhm.
But eventually they did like build in the taxes.
Yeah, they would find like people who would donate the money to cover it. I think is
Yeah.
what ultimately is how they resolved the issue. But yeah, it became a big problem.
Yeah.
Pretty early on. In the
also
show.
a lot of people, just like what they would do on HGTV, they would do the Dream Home.
Right.
And most people didn't take the dream home because,
Right.
one, it was in a place that they couldn't live or afford to live. But also, even when they built in the taxes and everything, it's like, I'm not going to live in this 6-bedroom house in the middle of
Right.
nowhere.
Right.
Like, I can't manage it. I can't maintain it. You know, it's a nice idea, but I'd rather
Right.
have the cash. But, yeah, it is a problem with a lot of those kinds of shows that the tax implications of it, people are not always thinking
Right.
about it. It's the same thing with just going on game shows.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
go on Jeopardy or something and you win a lot of money. At least in those cases, you're winning cash.
Right.
So, they
They usually just take the bunch of the cash and call it a
money
day.
out of the cash,
Yeah.
and that's just like how it goes.
Right, it's
But
like
also,
winning the
you're winning
lottery.
cash, so you just are getting cash. It's fine. But yeah, if you're getting a vehicle, especially because a car now is, the average car price is $50,000 now. So you're going to have a huge tax bite on $50,000.
Yeah. Yeah, you are. Woo. Brutal.
Yeah. So,
Brutal.
Anyway. But I don't really blame Oprah for that because, they were
Well,
just
little
trying
old
to-
Larry does.
Well, I know. But look, people have strong feelings about Oprah.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But in a lot of ways, Oprah sort of presaged or opened the door to our modern era of social media influencers.
Right.
Because, let's face it, Oprah was the original Maha Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a great life hack to lose weight or feel
Right.
great or whatever it is.
Yep.
Oprah's favorite things. This is, she literally invented being an influencer.
Yeah, she
in
did.
that way.
She really did, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there are other things that ended up becoming influential.
Yeah.
There's Joan Crawford movie
Okay.
that's going to be coming out that hasn't been seen in a long time called Letty Lynton, which came out in 1932.
Okay.
And it has not been seen since 1935 because when it came out, a playwright sued because the movie was too much like their play, and they succeeded in court. And so basically, the movie has been unavailable to be seen since then, but
Okay.
the play has moved into the public domain since then. So now they're free to show the movie again. So TCM is going to be doing it as part of their TCM festival this summer. And so people will be able to see this Joan Crawford movie that's first time in 90 years they've been able to see it. But when the movie came out, the costume designer Adrian made this evening gown for her with these puffy sleeves. And women were like, this gown is fabulous. And so they made it. Department stores were knocking it off. So Adrian made an official version of the gown because women wanted to buy it. And it became the hot look and the hot dress of the year.
Right.
And it also opened him up. He was the first Hollywood costume designer who then became
An actual
a
fashion
fashion designer who had a line in department stores.
I didn't know.
Anyway, but it came out of the movies. The movie was popular.
Right.
People loved the look. And then it became this look that people bought at stores. And so historically, there have been other kinds of these kinds of influencers that have happened or influence situations that have happened. When they made it, it happened one night. Clark Gable took his shirt off and he wasn't wearing an undershirt. And the movie was a huge hit and men stopped wearing undershirts.
Oh.
That part of the undergarment industry completely collapsed.
Because of a movie.
Because in one movie, one actor wasn't wearing an undershirt. And everyone's like, not cool to wear undershirts anymore. And they were gone.
Wow.
Yeah. So people can be very taken by these things, but I can
Right.
also understand why people, when that happens, there is a backlash to that. Because people wake up, sheeple. You know, be an individual. You don't have to conform to whatever this is. And so Oprah did end up getting a fair amount of backlash of, you know, she's too powerful. She's too influential on people. And she wasn't always giving good information. I mean, she gave us Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil.
Yes, she did. Now, if you want to hate her for that, I feel like is a reasonable reason to hate her.
She didn't always give us the good stuff.
No, she definitely did not always give us.
So it's not irrational to be upset about some of the trends that she developed. But she sincerely developed these things. That was not out of trying to do malice.
Right.
And sometimes, I mean, this is the thing with this kind of fame, is you don't realize how powerful it can be.
Right.
And it's why you see stars like, you know, Audrey Hepburn with UNICEF, or Angelina Jolie, Elizabeth Taylor, of like, if I'm going to have all of this fame, I should direct it
in a way that's good,
in a positive way.
Yeah.
So anyway, yes, all right. I think I don't necessarily agree with your irrational hatred of Oprah, because I think she's done, you know, a lot of positive things in the world.
She has done a lot of positive things, but I can see where some people might also have some irrational hatred.
But I can't cast aspersions on other people's irrational hatreds when
yours are so crazy.
Oh, she knows what she did.
What did she do?
She was on that shitty sitcom, and they kept rebooting. Like 4 seasons that show ran. And every year it had a different cast and whatever else, and she was still in it. I was like, why? Why are they trying to make fetch happen?
Oh, God. Why indeed, Derek? Why indeed?
All right. Next hooker.
Here we go.
Hey, guys. It's Marvin in Syracuse. I'm time shifting to the decorating talk. I am that gay. I am the one. I have a house in a corner, a prominent corner, in my neighborhood. I'm the one that has the lights for Valentine's Day.
No, not you. Don't be that person.
Easter, Memorial Day, Gay Pride, 4th of July. That includes Memorial Day and Labor Day. Halloween and Christmas. At least I have smart lights. I just go in the app and change the lights, the colors. Maybe one of these days I'll post some of the pictures of my house so you can see what I do. But I have been complimented. I've been in my driveway doing something in my car, and somebody will stop by, honk my horn, and say, "I love what you do with your house every holiday. Thank you so much." And I had one person drop off a Christmas card with a scratcher in it, thanking me for decorating my house the way I do. So that's why I do it.
Okay.
That's my 2 cents. Love you guys.
I don't have a problem if you decorate your lights, whatever, for the holidays. I think that's lovely, as long as they're not disco lights that are constantly flashing and dancing and doing insane things. Because I will tell you, the disco lights fucking suck. They suck. To be the neighbor of the person with disco lights, ugh. Like, I don't mind my neighbor's lights. If they were static colored lights, fine, I don't give a shit. But the disco dancing that happens at night is too much. It's where I draw the line. I draw the line, my friends, and say, enough. They don't need to be moving. They don't need to be dancing. It's too fucking much. Rein it in, people. Rein it the fuck in. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. All right, next hooker. Here we go.
Hey, it's Jeff in California. I'm calling as a time shifter because I am on spring break and I can do that now. I'm catching up on shows. It's been a while. I apologize. But I wanted to thank you for that crazy interview with James Duval, because I had such a boner for him back in the day. And I thought he just kind of fell off the face of the earth. The last thing I saw him in was a Greg Araki movie from like 12 or so years ago, and he didn't look well. So I'm glad that you have, kind of brought up a better memory of him. And secondly, happy belated birthday to Romaine. I am caught up to episodes where you are talking about a cat named Howler.
Oh, yeah, that's the cat that lives
That
outside.
is wandering around your house, and I'm curious how howlers adapted to living inside. I was on social media the other day, and you were suggested as a friend on Instagram, so I looked at your page. Until you have 3 dogs at least, cats. So do you have 10 pets now? I'm just curious how howlers getting along with these other animals. Take care. Thank you for everything.
I do have 3 dogs. That is true. I have an indeterminate number of cats, and Howler does not live with us, so I couldn't say if Howler enjoys living indoors or not, because Howler does not live in my house or at my house. We have not fed Howler. We try not to acknowledge Howler because I do not want another cat. So I could not answer that question for you. I know people don't believe me and they think, oh, yeah, right, you probably brought Howler in, but I promise you I did not. I have not, and I don't plan on it. So there you go. And I'm speaking directly to my friend Adam from Sissytown when I say Howler doesn't live here. Okay, final hooker, Derek. Here we go.
I'm ready for it.
Hey guys, it's Marvin in Syracuse again. I'm sorry to double dip.
No, you're not.
I haven't done it in a while though. But you were talking about Hulu. Yes, Hulu will be sunsetting at the end of this year. So they are telling it, like, I have the bundle with Hulu, Disney Plus, and Max. And I was told before the end of the year I would have to turn off or disconnect my Hulu bundle, then go to Disney Plus and redo my Hulu bundle on Disney Plus.
Oh, that's the fucking
So it
dumbest thing
could
I've
be
ever
that
heard.
it's because they are sunsetting Hulu, and I guess they're going to just make it Hulu for live TV, and that'll be the only Hulu app. That's what I know. That's my 2 cents. Love you guys. Bye.
Well, that's fucking stupid. But I'm not surprised. At this point, I pretty much have just determined that my Hulu app is never coming back, and I should just let it go and not freak out about it, because it is what it is, and what it is it's never coming back. So that's my new approach to it. I'm just going to use the fucking Disney Plus app for my Hulu and call it a day. That's all I could do. That's all I can do, Derek. That's all I can do. Although with my all my apps are included with my my cable at the house. They all have ads, and I'm like, I'm not paying not to have to watch ads, but the ads are fucking annoying. Not amused by that part.
No.
But whatever. It is what it is. I'm just sucking it up and just dealing with it. Because what other choice do I have? I don't.
Not
I
really,
just
I
have
guess.
to. I just have to deal with it, bitch. I know, I'm a mess. I'm a mess, Derek. Okay, I have to tell you, though, speaking of TV, about what Romie did yesterday, because it was fucking insane. So Romie woke up yesterday, got out of bed around noon. You know, teenager.
It's a Monday, right? She's over 18?
Yeah.
But we're just trying to set the table for the story that's about to come.
Yeah. And it was her day off. She didn't have to work.
Sure.
She didn't
Her day off.
She didn't have to work at either of her jobs.
How many days a week does she normally work?
5.
She has 2 jobs.
Yeah.
She's got at the car wash.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, she works
And
at the
then
car
what's
wash
the
a
second one?
minimum of 2 days a week. And then she works at her babysitting gig a minimum of 3 days a week. So she works 5 days a week.
But not full-time days on those 5 days.
Only at the car wash are they full-time. The other jobs it's a couple times each day, but like they're not long hours, no.
Right. Okay.
Anyway,
all right.
so yes.
She's not cracking 40 hours a week.
No, not even.
Okay.
So yesterday she woke up and she decided, and I don't know why she decided this, but she decided that she was going to watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Now, you remember the Lord of the Rings movies, right, Derek?
Long.
They're very long movies. And so she started at noon watching the movies.
Oh, my God.
And she watched them all day long. And I'd come out when, during lunch or whatever, she'd be watching them. I'd come out, we had dinner, she'd be watching. Like, she just and the whole time, so she's so fucking stupid. I love her so much. So Romie is obsessed with the Smeagol character. That's the one she loves, the Gollum guy, and she thinks he's just the greatest, and she doesn't understand why everyone hates him, and she thinks that he should be loved by everybody, and he deserves all the love, and that he's an innocent in all of everything. So, and he's like really all she cared about. But then Frodo and Sam, Romie's like, this is a gay love story. And she went into watching this thinking that it was a gay love story. And she believes that the whole movie, they're gay lovers. And I have to say, so as I was watching, I'd come in, I'd watch a few minutes with her and I'd walk away. And every time she'd be like, look at their gay love, Mom. And I have to say, watching it with the idea that they are gay lovers, man, she's not wrong. There's like all these longing looks and the love. And at one point there's like kissing on foreheads and they snuggle together and they hold each other. And like, it's cray. It is fucking cray. It does read like they are gay lovers. The whole fucking time. And then it gets to the end when like Sam's like, oh, remember Rosie? I was going to marry that girl. And Romie's like, what are you talking about? How can you say that in front of your gay lover? It was so fucking funny to watch Romie's reaction to these movies. And like by the final movie, she's like, oh my God, does this shit ever end? She's like, half of the stories they tell you in this stupid series are so unnecessary. She's like, you can't even fall in love with any character because they show you for 5 minutes and you're supposed to be invested in their storyline, but then they disappear for 9 hours and you don't see them and you're like, whatever happened? Oh, there they are. And she's like, and then you're supposed to remember things from the first movie that don't show up again until the third movie. She was like, this is some dumb shit. And I got to be honest. Most of the time I disagree with my child about everything. But every once in a while, she will say things that actually make sense. And I do agree with her. And when it comes to The Lord of the Rings, I hate to say it, but I think she's right. The boys look like gay lovers. They tell way too many storylines that you're supposed to keep track of, and you can't because there's just too fucking many of them. By the way, this king looks like that king. Are they the same actor? It's hard to tell because they look like they could be fucking brothers, even though they're not supposed to be related. Like, Romie's right. It's a lot of dumb shit.
I told you that was the problem I had with Rancho Notorious when I watched it, where I was like, the villain and the main lead guy look too much alike.
Right.
And I couldn't even tell, like, that it was a bad guy. I thought it was his twin brother. I'm like, what is fucking happening?
Yeah, they have to look different. Otherwise, I can't keep track.
Yeah.
And, like, all the elves look the same to me on that show, on The Lord of the Rings. They just look the fucking same.
The long blonde hair, like a Breck girl.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't know if I get it. Was too much. It was too much. But it was fun watching Romie watch these movies. She was definitely having a good time. But now today, she's watching the Hobbit movies, which I guess are different. I don't fucking know. I didn't watch them.
I haven't watched the Lord of the Rings movies since they came out.
Right, me too.
I thought the third one was the most boring, and I can't believe that's the one that won Best Picture.
Right, because that's the big culmination of like everything goes down, right?
I liked the first two. And the third one I thought was a real snooze.
Yeah.
And then it was like, and the Best Picture of the Year, I'm like, oh, really?
You're like, what? Say what?
I think this is what they thought was going to happen for Wicked. And thank God that they had better sense. But this is why, maybe they shouldn't give the Oscar out until you've seen all the pictures of the trilogy.
I agree. Or can they just do like every 4 years do like the best trilogy series?
Yeah, this is why I told you that the Oscars should be, or maybe they should just do a quarter life Oscar.
Right.
And then let's look back at the movies that came out 25 years ago.
Right.
And then have audiences vote. Like, this is what I think they should do. They should take from 25 years ago, they should have an Oscar ballot that is voted on by fans. And then they take the top movies from 25 years ago.
Right.
The box office hits, the ones that were nominated for Oscars, they put it all in there. Here are your potential nominees. And you give everybody, whatever, 20 movies in each category to vote on. And then it winnows down to 5 in each category. And then everybody votes on those 5. And then we have a new award show of like what everyone has decided that is really the breakout from that year. And sometimes it may still be the same.
Right.
And then other times people might go, you know what? You all slept on this movie 25 years ago and you were wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, think about Moulin Rouge 25 years ago. People still love that movie.
I fucking love that movie. I've always loved that movie. I love the music in that movie. I just love everything about that fucking movie.
Yeah. And people love it.
Yeah.
And so you know what? That would probably pick up like 8 quarter life Oscars.
Yeah. Yep. And it should.
Yeah. Finally,
it's such a
Diane
great
Warren
movie.
would have a chance to win an Oscar.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'd be all for
But
it.
especially in our current like streaming landscape, it's a great idea. Like
Yep.
give people a reason to revisit movies from 25 years ago.
Yeah. People would love that.
Yeah.
People would love it.
I know. Well, if I ran Hollywood,
Why can't you run Hollywood?
I'm very busy not wanting to leave my house.
No.
Thank you.
That would be
Thanks
why.
for asking.
I'm trying here, Derek. Trying.
I wish I were more influential.
I do
but
too,
I'm not.
damn it. Because then we'd have a huge, huge show with all the listeners and all the money.
Well, actually, I do have a new idea for a TV show.
How about this radio show? How about some new ideas for this radio show?
I have new ideas for this radio show. I brought in this important announcement from my building management. Okay. So, you know how you wanted me to marry Barton Brooks?
Yo, yes. I thought he was the dream man for you.
So, he's very handsome, and, he has his charity where he travels around the world.
Yes, helping people.
And he finds places where they have, like, a localized need. And then he has rich gay friends in America.
And they solve the problem.
And he's like, I need $20,000 for a boat. And then they're like, here's $20,000. And then, like, he transforms people's lives, like, in a very localized way.
Yeah.
So he's currently somewhere.
He's somewhere.
We're friends on Facebook.
Okay.
And I don't remember exactly where he is. He's somewhere.
Okay.
But he's working with, like, 3 local nonprofits. And he purchased 3 acres of palm forest so that there can be a migration corridor for orangutans or something. I don't know what it is. But he got some rich gays to give him some money to buy 3 acres of palm trees somewhere to help out with this local conservation, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And so he has these little videos that he's posting online. And I was thinking, you know what? This should be a series. This should be a reality show series. Where Barton, because he's handsome, and it's just him going to a place you can't find on a map and, like, talking to the people there and finding out what their local need is. Like, oh, they just need a new well. And then, like, he gets money. And then they build a well, and, like, the town is transformed. And then, like, at the end, they, like, come back, and, like, 6 months later, how are things going? Like an HGTV makeover show.
Right.
But it's about Barton Brooks going around the world and buying a little boat for a village, and then you see, like, what a difference it makes. And every week, there's a new 30-minute episode, and it's Barton somewhere in the world making, like, a small change that dramatically improves people's lives.
I mean, I love this idea.
And it will just encourage people, like, you can go out in your own community and make a small change and see the lives that you can improve.
Right.
It could be a sweet little show.
Sounds like
you
a
can
sweet
see
little
the sort
show.
of, like, makeover thing, but also you'd be like, what? It only took $20,000 to completely transform this village?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think people would be shocked at how little money it takes. But also when people hear about, like, USAID, like, oh, we spent all this money overseas. What do we get for our money? Like, with a show like this, you would see, like, here's
this is how
where
it helps people. This is
a
the
$20,000 grant goes.
Yeah.
And what it does for people.
I like that idea.
I agree.
I think you should tell him that he should try to get that idea made.
Yeah. Well, he's still in somewhere.
Is he married? Does he have a boyfriend? Is he single?
Well, he did have one. Remember, he was living in that farm upstate with a chicken.
Yeah, and now?
I don't know. I have not heard.
There might be hope then.
What am I going to do? Live in Tanzania? I don't think so, girl.
Follow that man.
Bye.
The show is over.
Wait, just because it's over doesn't mean that we can't start planning for the future.
Right? For instance, did you know that we have a whole slew of DNR cruises and travel adventures coming up?
We sure do. Head on over to dnrtravel.com to check out all of the incredible destinations that we have planned.
Book your next DNR vacation today so we can spend even more time together.
See you there.